Nobody expected him to become this good. Not the scouts, who muttered about his limited athleticism. Not the analysts, who compared him to a poor man's Jokic. Not even the fans, who once considered him a bright young piece, sure, but hardly the engine of a franchise. And yet, here we are. Alperen Şengün, the Turkish big man once tucked away in late-night Rockets games, dismissed by some as quirky and undersized, is suddenly forcing the world to pay attention, and not just with stat lines or flashy dunks, but with command, with grace, with domination. Because what's happening this summer with the Turkish national team, it's not a fluke, it's not a hot streak, it's a message. He's not becoming good, he is good. And nobody was ready for just how good. The setting is modest, friendly preparation games for Eurobasket, quiet gyms, half-empty arenas, the kind of stage that rarely moves headlines unless something special is happening. And this summer, something special is. Against the reigning world champions, Germany, a team fresh off their FIBA World Cup triumph, Alperen didn't just show up, he took over. Posting up Daniel Theis like it was child's play, scoring over 25 points per game on a jaw-dropping 63% shooting clip, grabbing rebounds, snatching steals, threading passes through defenses that had no answer for him. He looked like the best player on the floor. And when your opponent is Germany, a team that fields NBA-level talent across the board, that's saying something. Kevin Durant noticed. The same Kevin Durant who's now his teammate in Houston. The Slim Reaper took to social media, reacting to Şengün's slick footwork and unbothered scoring with a simple, knowing nod. Because this wasn't just a highlight, it was a warning. Şengün wasn't just dominating, he was ascending. And it's not just the numbers, though they are absurd. Over 25 points per game, 8 rebounds, nearly 2 steals, all while anchoring both ends of the floor. But the numbers don't tell you how he's doing it. To see that, you have to look deeper. You have to watch the details. Turkey's head coach, Ergin Ataman, made a decision, a radical one, especially in today's pace and space, three-point obsessed world. He said, give the ball to Şengün, let him cook. And that's exactly what they did. Over a third of Turkey's offensive possessions are now flowing through Alperen in the low post. That's not just a big number, that's a commitment. In Houston, he gets about 22% of his touches from post-ups. Here, it's 34%. A massive spike. But here's the crazy part. His efficiency went up too. From 0.79 points per post-up in the NBA to 0.93 in these games. That's a leap. And this is under FIBA rules, where post-play is harder. No defensive 3 seconds, help defenders can camp, doubles are faster, everything is more physical. Still, Şengün? Unbothered. He went right at Jonas Valanciunas, straight through Nikola Vucevic, and he cooked Daniel Theis. Footwork like ballet, fakes layered over fakes, spins, pivots, soft touches off the glass. If you didn't know better, you'd think he was a 10-year veteran playing against college kids. But this is Alperen Şengün, and he's only 22. And when you zoom out, you start to see the bigger picture. Just 3 years ago, this guy was a rookie on a struggling Rockets team, barely averaging 9 points a game. He wasn't the focal point, he was an afterthought, a curious project with good hands and slow feet. But today, he's the centerpiece. He's leading the second-seeded Rockets in the NBA. He's the heartbeat of Turkey's national team, and he's putting up all-star level performances on the international stage with the entire offense built around him. But the numbers are just the entry point. The real magic is in the context, in the coaching, in the execution. Let's break that down, because that's where this gets scary. It didn't happen by accident. Alperen Şengün's dominance this summer isn't just a result of raw talent, it's the product of a system built entirely around his strengths. And that system, it's not happening in Houston. It's happening in Turkey. Coach Ergin Ataman isn't reinventing the wheel, he's simply respecting it. Because when you've got a generational post talent who sees the floor like a guard,
passes like a point forward, and finishes like an old-school big? You don't bury that in pick and rolls. You build around it. And that's what makes this summer different. Turkey didn't just feature Şengün, they orchestrated around him. Let's go inside the tape. Against Germany, the reigning world champs, the blueprint was obvious. Clear the corners, send a cutter through the lane to pull help, dump the ball to Şengün with no weak side help, one-on-one with Daniel Theis. Simple, brutal, effective. Theis, an NBA veteran and defensive anchor for Germany, couldn't do a thing. Alperen took his time, faked left, spun right, went back to the left shoulder, and dropped in a soft hook. The whole thing looked like ballet, only more violent. But what really stood out, Turkey kept doing it, over and over and over, because it worked. And it wasn't just Germany.
Against Lithuania, the spacing was even better. Şengün sealed deep in the post. Osman cut into the dunker spot to pull his defender. The entire perimeter stayed spaced. No clutter, no congestion. And just like that, Şengün had room to operate, to dance. This isn't something Houston has fully unlocked yet. The Rockets give Şengün touches, yes, but they don't trust him like this. Not consistently. Not with this kind of offensive gravity. And then there's the sets. Let's talk about Bilbao, the play Turkey keeps going back to. It's tailor-made for Alperen. He gets the ball on the left block. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, the Turkish guards run stagger screens. Multiple screens layered to free up a shooter, usually Korkmaz. This isn't just smoke and mirrors. The real magic is what it does to the defense. You can't double-team Şengün because the off-ball action keeps everyone occupied. If the help comes, the shooter's wide open. If it doesn't, it's one-on-one again, and that's a bucket. It's chess, not checkers. And this set is producing elite efficiency. But what makes this even more impressive is how Şengün handles it all. There's no panic, no rushed decision-making, just patience, poise, and purpose. He reads the defense, he manipulates the timing, he sees the second defender before the first one even reacts. That's vision, that's feel, that's not just talent, that's IQ. And then, when you think you've figured it out, Coach Ottoman throws in a new wrinkle, the inverted pick and roll. Now it's Şengün handling the ball, and Shane Larkin, the team's star guard, sets the screen. Think about that for a second. Your 6'10 center running point, your 5'11 point guard screening for him, it's backwards. It's brilliant. And it works. Because defenses don't know what to do with it. Do you switch? Do you hedge? Do you leave Larkin open behind the arc? Or do you let Alperen drive straight down the lane? Against Montenegro, this action led to one of Şengün's most jaw-dropping moments, grabbing the ball, running coast to coast, and dunking in transition. Yes, you heard that right. Dunking. In. Transition. This isn't your grandpa's post-up big man anymore. He's not Jokic. He's not Sabonis. He's not even Gasol. Alperen Şengün is carving out his own lane, a lane that's smoother, faster, and more dynamic.